What is Violet's superhero name anyway? Is it just Violet? What is going on, Draw It 2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial series for you guys, and with The Incredibles 2 movie coming out soon, I thought I would show you how to draw the Parr family as shown in the first and second Incredibles movie. This is the third episode of our series, and here today I'm going to show you how to draw Violet Parr. A quick note before we begin, you guys, if you like what I do on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell as well, so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new tutorial video. Here on this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from TV shows, movies, video games, books, comic books, etc. Violet, of course, is the daughter of Bob and Helen, aka Mr. Incredible, and Elastigirl, and her powers include invisibility. So if you really want to draw Violet in her superpower form, you could just like have a piece of paper with nothing on it, and that's it. Now I'm sure you guys are ready to get started. Here are the tools that you are going to need for this tutorial. You are going to need a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pens with different size nibs for inking. Again, you guys, keep in mind 3 things as you're watching this tutorial video. Number 1, if you feel at all like this video is going way too fast, you have the ability to pause it or slow it down using the speed button at the bottom right to go at your own pace. Number 2, feel free to add more details to the drawings if you guys want to. I drew them pretty simple, but if you guys want to add some more texture to the hair or anything like that, you can do that as well. It's your drawing, so feel free to do whatever you want with them. And of course, number 3, if your drawings look a little different than mine, that is completely fine. As long as you guys did your best and you're proud of your work, that's all that counts. Having said all of that, you guys, let's get right to the drawing tutorial. Okay, so for our Violet Parr tutorial, I've got my paper in portrait mode. Now what we're going to do is draw her full body, and she's gonna take up like pretty much the center because she is one pretty long character. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by drawing this circle right at the top here. So circle about this big. Actually, don't make it too big because you do want to leave some room. Make sure that you have some room for the rest of the body. So there's the circle, you guys. From that circle, I'm going to draw a line going straight down the middle, and it's going to slightly slant like that. So it's not quite up and down. Here's up and down. This is kind of at an angle like this. Okay, so there you go. So you want to keep that. And what you want to do is you want to draw the chin. So now what you kind of want to do is create this balloon shape with a rounded off chin at the bottom. Okay, so there's our start to the head. Now the neck going down, and then let's draw the torso. The torso is not going to be as wide as her head. Her head is pretty big. So when you draw the torso, the upper body, I'm going to draw it like that. So that's the shoulders. And then I'm going to almost create this very narrow upper body here, and it gets narrower as you go down to the waist. And actually, you could even bring that even narrower. There you go. Okay. I'm going to draw a line right there because she does have a collar, a black collar. Shade that in if you want to. Okay, and then I'm going to make the torso not too long, like that. Okay, it's about the same, a little bit smaller than the height of the head. Okay. As you reach here, this is going to be the narrowest it's going to go, and then it's going to start getting wider from there. But it's a gradual curve. So it starts to get pretty wide like this. All right, so now once you're here, you want to create the waist, and the waist is a little bit, it's going to be wider than the shoulders. So you want to make sure here and here, I'm just going to draw these lines so that you guys have an idea of how wide it's going to go. It's going to be a little bit wider than the shoulders like that, so it spreads out to those lines. And see, you notice that the shoulders are over here and here, but her hips go wider than that. Okay, right around here is going to be where the crotch area is going to go, and I'm going to draw a line from here. Okay, imagine this is going to be the center line there. This goes up, and this goes there. So there's the underwear part. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to make this foot go just below the head. So imagine this line kind of goes straight down. You don't want that leg to go any more beyond that. So you want the leg to go straight down like this. And then you want the other leg, this one, to go out a little bit more like that. So it looks like, it'll look like she's standing on this foot right here. She's putting her weight on this foot, and this foot is a little bit more relaxed. Okay, there you go. She is going to be a pretty long character. Actually, let me bring that crotch a little bit higher up. Yeah, like I said, she's going to be a pretty long character. That's just how she's designed. Okay, so now let's figure out the thighs. The thighs are going to be, imagine this line from here to here. That's kind of like here to here. So you want this right here, this height to be the same as this height, just as a reference. Okay, and the way that you want to do is you want to bring them closer together to the center, that center line that we did there. Okay, and then here is a little bit of an oval for the knee. Over here, the knee is going to be facing the side, not at the center. Like over here, you got the knee in the center of the line. Over here, it's going to be to the left of our page, left of this line here. Okay, and then you want to bring that thigh to the kneecap, and then over here, like this. Okay, and this right here is going to be almost the same length as this, just a tad longer, like there and here. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to make it go slightly wide, just very slightly wide, and then gets narrower, almost really narrow like this. And then over here, wide, and then narrow, and right here, wide, narrow. There. Let me erase some of those center lines so that you guys get a good idea of what it's starting to look like. Do you guys hear the birds outside of my window here? They like to perch on the neighbor's rooftop. Okay, there you go. So that is the general shape of it. Over here, we want this one to go a little bit wide like this, and this to go curve and then down, heels. Okay, right here, curve and then down, that's for the heel. And you want this one to be pointier than here. So you notice that this goes out more than this one does. This one, imagine it facing forward more, and this one is facing to the side more. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna start over here now. Draw a line like this, and then come to a point like that. Okay, and then this just goes in like that. Okay, now over here, start over here, this way, and then like that. Heel down, and there you go. Okay, so there's our violet body. Now let's do the arms. First, let me zoom in, and I'll show you where we're going to put the fists. Okay, so right here where the underwear line is going to be where the fist is going to go. So I'm going to draw like a little square, the bump on the top for the thumb, and then I'm going to make that wrist a little bit narrow because it's a pretty narrow wrist. And then on the other side, I do the exact same thing. Okay, yeah, so I drew the wrist kind of going narrow already, and then on the top here, just a bump for the thumb. There you go. And then here, just balls for the shoulders. And then I'm going to, before I draw the lines for the hands, for the arms, I'm going to figure out how the arms are going to go so that I'm not going to make any mistakes. So there, I think that's good. Of course, you don't want to make that too long or too short. Now, from here, let's give her some muscle. Okay, and then here, the forearm is wide and then it gets narrow. Okay, and then she's got a glove. The top of the glove is right there. On this side, same thing. Flesh out the arm. Not too big. As you get to the wrist, it gets a little narrow. Speaking of wrist, mine's doing a little bit better, by the way. If you guys didn't know, I recently just talked about having a repetitive stress injury because of, you know, constantly using my wrist when I draw and type on the computer. So it's feeling a lot better now. I've got better range of motion, and I've been taking a lot of anti-inflammatories and painkillers to help make it feel better. Okay, there you go. Right here, you guys, top of the boot, thigh-high boots, diagonals like this, and they kind of stick out so that it looks like the thigh is going into the boot, right? Perfect. Okay, here you can shade that in, that's black. The boot is black, of course. The boot here is black too. Gloves are black. This glove is black. And yeah, so now let's get started with drawing the details and the hair. Let's zoom in on the face and let's start drawing the face as well. Okay, now I'm going to erase the bottom of that circle, that first circle that we did, so that we just get this shape. Okay, I'm going to draw a line across. That's going to be the eye line, and with the eye line, actually, I'm going to figure out right around here. I'm going to figure out where the nose is going to go, and here the nose, you got to be careful. It's going to be a curve up, okay, and then a V shape at the bottom. Just below that, not too far down, closer to the top, like closer to the nose than to the chin, you want to create this smile. And the smile is higher on this side. I'm going to draw the bottom lip. And the upper lip is fairly thin. There you go. And then just a curve right there at the corner of the mouth and a tinier one over here. That's good. The mask goes over the nose like this, and then it kind of goes straight across this way. Let me do that again. There, and then over here, straight this way, like that. The eyes are fairly huge, and imagine them to be, like if you were to draw the eyes, there'd be 3 eye widths right here. So in between the eyes is the same as the size of the eyes this way and this way. Let's start with the bottom. And then the top is rounded. There you go. Adjust it if you guys need to. I'm going to adjust mine. I'm actually going to bring this maybe a little bit lower. There. And I'm going to flatten the bottom and more rounded at the top. There. And then the pupils are at the center. You have to be very careful, and sometimes this might take a couple of tries, you guys, to get it so that she's not cross-eyed or anything like that. Okay, like that. And then another circle inside. There you go. And then at the top of the mask goes like that. And then now what you want to do is you want to bring the top of the mask to the bottom. So connect those like that. And then over here, same thing. There you go. So you notice that the top of the mask is bigger than down here at the bottom. All right, looks a little bit off, but that's because we haven't drawn the hair yet. So let's go ahead and get started with the hair. I'm going to start by drawing where the ears are going to go. So the ears are right here, eye line going down. Just a simple curve at the top and bottom for the ear. Over here, same thing. I'm going to make this one stick out a little bit more. There you go. Simple curve, and we're good for the ears. Now, what you want to do is create a little sideburn, and from the sideburn you want to draw a line from here. Don't cover the eye, going up to here. Okay, there you go. And then same thing from here, you want to go to the side of the head like that. Okay, from here we're going to draw a line going down. This is going to be the hair. Goes down the shoulder here, and then here behind the ear. Goes down to the shoulder. Okay, you don't see much of it in the back. You do see a little bit. So I'm just going to draw like this. Goes down and then curves up, and then here. Just like that. Okay. And then, so all we're left with, you guys, are just the top here. And I'm going to start with this part. Bring it up to the side. And then the other side of the part goes up like this. Okay, there you go. Add a little bit of a hair kind of sticking out like that, and maybe like that. I'm going to erase this, and then I'll show you how the hair goes. Much like we did with Mrs. Incredible or Elastigirl, you start with the part, start on the sides, and then just draw some lines going out from there. And by doing that, you're creating like this highlighted area over here. And then same thing here. There. And of course, continue that going down in the back there. And there you go. I'm going to round off the chin, or the jaw, so that it looks more rounded. That's it. And then just darken everything. Mask, of course, is black. And there. So that is our Violet Parr face. Now let's work on the torso, and let's work on that emblem. Okay, zooming out, you guys, this is what it looks like right now. She's fairly long, but don't make her like Elastigirl long. Okay, now the torso. I'm going to draw, or I'm going to erase the shoulder balls first. Just get that down. Make sure you get the the neck down. Okay, oval at the top. All right, there you go. And then, as usual, the eye first. So a rectangle, it kind of goes diagonal at the top, by the way. And then the circle above it. And then a circle inside that circle. And then the curve, a little whoosh from the bottom of the circle at the top to the bottom of the eye. And then over here, move that line up a little bit, like high up from the bottom of the eye to the top of the circle. Simple as that. Fixing this up here, zooming out. You know, once you zoom out, that's all there is to it, really. We're done. So that is it. And that, my friends, is how you draw Violet Parr. I don't think she's got a superhero name or anything. That's Violet from The Incredibles. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Stay tuned. We're going to be drawing 2 more Incredibles characters after this. Stay tuned. And that is all the time that we have for this Incredibles tutorial. I hope your drawings turned out great. If you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for others to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at Draw2 so I can see it. If you guys are curious about the equipment that I use to do my tutorials or to make my videos, I have a link in the description of all my videos. Feel free to check it out if you guys are ever into, you know, what kind of supplies I use for the things that I do. Check that out in the description. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would help me a great deal. If you guys liked this video, commented down below, subscribed, and shared this with your friends in your social media. Of course, you guys, speaking of social media, don't forget also, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google+, and of course on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of the tutorials found on this channel. And of course, the links to all of that are in the description of this video, so be sure to always read the description. And I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and finally, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next video.